Hey, it's good to see you. Welcome back. We're gonna have some fun this year on the line. We're trying out some different snares and still doing some of our same old power rams. And I think it's gonna be a good year. Seeing lots of coyotes, especially when I don't have a gun with me. I see lots. As soon as I have a gun, I see none. But we're gonna be playing around with a few different things this year. We're gonna hit a couple different farms, some spots that have wolves, other spots that haven't been trapped for as long as I know. Nobody else has been out there forever, so we're gonna have a good season, I think. Baits kind of lined up for now, and we're gonna keep rolling with that. Some other stuff I want to talk about. We're gonna try and cover some of the fur buyer stuff and do some grading and show you guys some different furs. That'll be kind of a sub-series. It didn't work out too much last year because it's behind the 8 ball most of the time, but we're going to work on that. I always aspire to do something new. Northern Trapper hats are in back order. It's only been like 4 months, but as soon as they get in, then I'd like to start trying to sell them. I do have a bunch of hoodies, but I haven't put them up for sale yet just because I want you guys, if you want a hat and hoodie, you don't have to pay shipping twice. I want to get it done at once. But if you're interested in just a hoodie, just let me know. You've seen them before. I can do a post on our Facebook page there too of what sizes we have. We got a good assortment there. Nice quality hoodie. Yeah, so we've been snaring a little bit already, and this is just kind of an intro to bring you guys up to speed here, what's going to go on. All right, well, let's get this thing going. This place is a disaster. Been neglecting it all summer, and then now I'm trying to get it organized. And I don't have enough room in here to move things from one side to the other. Crazy. Starting to get a bit better, but not much. I gotta find a mop here, mop up the floor, and then I'll lay my poly and my tarp down, just so I don't cause myself more work later on. Just playing around here, just getting everything ready, like I was saying. So I put nice heavy poly down underneath my tarp, and then on top of the tarp, I put a bunch of cardboard. The cardboard absorbs everything, anything that does leak through the tarp or through the cardboard hits the tarp, and then the tarp kind of catches it all. But one year I had a bunch of stuff get through the tarp, and I didn't know, and it just stained up my floor real bad. And I spent a bunch of time cleaning it. So then last year I put this heavy poly underneath it, and that really helped out. So I'm gonna do the same this year. Get it all set up. I think I'm gonna change how it all was compared to last year, and I'll show you how that goes here. July 31st. Beautiful morning out. It's about 6 in the morning. Got my trailer dug out, and I'm gonna load up some barrels here. I'm gonna go get some bait. We'll show you that, what it looks like, and I'm gonna try and just fill up probably 4 of these barrels. I'll bring one home because I got a bunch of scraps there in a deep freeze I gotta empty out. But we're gonna get some of our baits going, our bait barrels going, and then once they ferment a bit, come beginning of October, middle of October, I'll throw a little bit of stuff out. But we have a few of these to fill up through the year. Kind of didn't work out like I planned last year, but this year maybe it will pan out. Last year the bears were in here steady and they haven't touched nothing yet this year. Thank goodness. But beautiful morning, and we're gonna get going here. Well, we're over at Glenn's place here. Still middle of September. Just gonna drop off a little bit of bait, get things going. I got some pigs, and it's too big to go in a barrel and too warm to let it sit. So I'm just gonna drop it off and see what happens here. Here's that spruce tree that the lynx was underneath. Looks totally different when you got leaves. Heavy game trail here. Other trails through here where they go through. Anyways, we will dump it off and get things rolling here.
You're not gonna cut it?
Yeah, I will. Oh. See, I want to put the butt first because when you cut the lungs and stuff like that, there's no guts or juice when I take the top half off. If you put the head first, then you're going to get all the guts and stink.
Let me tip the barrel.
There we go. Okay, now I got it. It's a little windy today. It's about a week after I dropped off the pigs, and you've seen they're decent sized pigs and not much or anything left. I can't find the bones, so something's cleaned them up. Not sure where they got drugged to. Don't think anybody came and got them. So let's just walk inside the bush here a little bit and see what it looks like. Whoa, it's a little bit more uneven. with no snow. This is the same trail I walk on in the winter. See if we can pick up any trails. So here you can see there's kind of a game trail. Nice and cool in here. Another trail there. Right in here, so you can see the ribbon. Right in there's where we caught quite a few coyotes. And then there's another ribbon just up there. Sometimes I move it further up. And then this is where we go off to the side. The tree's falling down here, but we'll step over that. And this is where it branches. It's a heavy trail. And right here is my favorite pinch spot where I always catch the coyotes. But I can see back here some other trees have fallen, so things might change a little bit. But this was the heavy trail where I always pick up coyotes. And then there's where it branch off, but primarily I caught them here. The odd deer track in here. There you go, that's what it looks like. I'm going to be setting up a bunch of baits starting soon here, getting things coming in. So we should have a good season. Farmers' crops are coming off. So that's a good sign. I can start getting in, checking out some spots there. There's a trail here. They barely ever use that one though. They usually come in this one and then back off behind me. All right, we'll head back to the truck here and maybe we'll show you some other stuff. All right, well, I notice I say all right a lot in the videos, so I'll keep doing it. This is one of my baits here, and I just walked in, and one of my previous baits. I just walked in to see how things look. A lot of these alders have died and fallen down in there, so I cleaned a little trail. I'm gonna start packing my bait in. Today is November 7th, so I'm gonna go in here and drop off a couple bins of bait and actually have another bait kind of started, but the landowner started it. So we'll get that going. And this is one of the ones we always check at night. So we'll go in there and take a look during the day. So this is the inside of the bait. It's a slough bottom, so it's been dry past couple of years here, so trees started growing inside here, but on the outside it's nice and thick perimeter. Got some old coyote skulls here for good luck, and got the deer there, and over here I got some muskrat carcasses from a course I did, and the raven just flew over, so it won't be too long before they're in here. Got no snow, just a light dusting of kind of frosty snow. So we'll give this a couple days and we'll come in and set up and go from there. So yeah, the birds are circling. They know what's going on that time of year. And yeah, we'll give you an update on each bait here as we go through the day. Catch you at the next set. There. We made it to another bait site. Actually went in and dropped some stuff off at another spot. Didn't look too exciting, but this is where we catch quite a few coyotes every year. And then I said, because they're getting wise to my ways here, I was gonna set up another bait. So I'll get this one going, But on my way in, I found another spot that's very similar to this. And this isn't all that big of a block of woods. But in the other spot, they don't know where I'd be hanging snares and stuff like that. And here, some of the smart ones just seem to know to dodge it. But again, some more wind-blown stuff in here makes it a bit more challenging to walk around. But this is what I look for. So there's slough bottoms in this field. And then I find a nice strip where it's nice and thick like this. And then put my bait and let them show me where they're supposed to hang the snares. But anyways, I got some ravens following me around already today. And I'll get the bait in here. And I'm going to put the guts from Cam's deer the other day in here and go from there. So I'm walking into this bait we just set up here. And there's a wolf out there. Don't know if you can see him. Big gray wolf. Of course, I didn't have a gun with me here. Big gray wolf out there. And a deer standing over there. It's about as zoomed up as I can get. He's going back and forth out there. There's supposed to be a black one out here too. They caught on trail cam. He's got his nose down. I'm not sure why he's not just moseying over to the bait. Lots of birds on the bait there, so. Just in the shop here. We're gonna be doing hanging snares today. Power rams and lights out snares. Do a mixture. Got one bait set up with some snares already. Got a little bit of snow, not much. So give us some sign where the coyotes have been. Have a pretty good idea of all the baits anyways. I don't move things around too much. They stay on established trails, but we'll get some of that set up today. And then tomorrow we're off to the city for a bit. And then we're gonna be doing more trapping over the weekend here, getting more things going, more bait. Hopefully pull up some catches and then process them and get the whole thing going there. So this year still be buying for Two Rivers. Market's gonna be quite a bit tighter and different than it was last year. Give you guys a little bit of update on that in a separate video as things progress and we figure things out a bit more. But gonna go load things up in the old red truck there. She got a new front bearing. And what else did we do to it? Power steering hose had a pretty bad leak, so we fixed that up. And hopefully she makes another season or two, and always on the lookout for a replacement of it. I'd like to get a crew cab or extended cab replacement for it, but it's got to be a long box. I need the room in the box to put all my crap. Anywho, we're gonna be out there. Catch you in a bit here. You can't probably see it, but just coming over the spots I baited the other day. There's a big coyote out there. Looks like it might have shoulder mites from this distance. Looks like a little dip in its shoulders. But anyways, just rolling up to one of the baits I did. I'm gonna check her out and go from there. right, so this place looks like it got hammered pretty good. Out in the field there, like I said, there's just a skiff of snow. And nice tight willows here. Trails are beat down hard. Had a pile of pigs. 4 smaller ones and this big one here. See if we can figure a few things out. Wasn't much for birds, but it's early in the morning. And yeah. I'm just gonna wander around, check it out, look for some pinch spots here. Put a few snares in, and we'll go from there. There's a big turd on the outside, big coyote turd, so check the field for tracks, see what else is out here, and we'll let you know how we make out. So what I got here is a trail where the coyotes have been going. Perfect pinch, natural pinch spot here. And then the coyotes, there's 2 of them back here yipping at me. And they got trail here, pretty heavy. There he is. And then another one going this way. So I'm gonna set up 2 snares within 20 yards of them. 50 yards back that way is the truck. And then I'm gonna circle around this way and find another spot. There's some big spruce over here. So like I mentioned before, lots of times I like to bed underneath there. So I'll find trails that circle through here and cover it up. I think there's quite a few coyotes here. A newer spot to me, so hopefully they're clean, no mites or anything like that. But sounds good. A couple of them sounding off, one in the field in the opposite direction, so should be a good spot. Well, we're over at Glenn's here, and it's gone. Pile of big pigs. It's just too warm here the past couple of days to keep any bait. But you know what that means? That there's either lots of ravens or lots of coyotes. But I think it's coyotes. You look in here, this is just trampled. And then look over there, the trails are nice and heavy and laid down now. So I got some lights out snares. I'm going to hang in a couple tight spots, some power rams. And my plan this year with the lights out is kind of get my power rams started. Just because I have a pile of them, so I have to use them. And then I'm just going to fill in spots and look for good spots for free hanging snares. And as things progress, maybe change them out and go from there. But so far this morning, I got that one bait where it's kind of dirty bush. Another spot where I used to trap there, put a couple pails of scraps, but it looks like just weasels and birds were on it. The odd coyote went through there, but just not enough, and it wasn't froze enough there to hold anything for any amount of time. And yeah, she's beautiful, -7, no snow, nice and warm, but too warm. Need about 6 inches of snow because I'm greedy, and about -15 so the bait sticks around, and then -25 for the coyotes to get really hungry and start hitting the baits real hard. But another 5 baits to hit and set up today, and then I'll grab some bait in the back of the truck, and on Saturday I'll go and bait and check, and hopefully we got some animals there. Today's November 11th, like I was showing you there, which is a Thursday, so a couple days soak on a fresh bait. I wish I had a little bit more stuff here to put for bait just to keep them coming through, but I know the coyotes are going to be cruising through anyways, just checking things out. On my way out here, seeing another coyote in a field, but I didn't want to set up with my rifle just because I told some landowners I'm not hunting, right? So I don't want them to see me with a gun if they stop by and know, what are you doing? So I didn't do that, even though I just carry a 223. But it is rifle season, and Blake's going to be out today, maybe shooting a whitetail buck. And then after this, I'll be cruising around with my rifle looking for mule deers and whitetail and elk. But, okay, beautiful day here, and we'll catch you at the next set. Maybe I'll show you a couple sets in here as I'm setting them up. Don't know if you can hear that, but the coyotes are sounding off. And there was one just over here bedded down underneath the tree. I bumped him there walking in. And that's him yipping here. So there's at least 3 coyotes in the area, which isn't bad. That one there's the one I just bumped. Having a nap underneath the spruce tree. All right, we'll see him having a nap underneath the snare. Hopefully. Anyways. So this is one of our spots here. Pretty open, but they have always used this trail right here. Got my snare. I'm gonna put a A1 snare in here just because I do have the odd moose go through. But it's sure a lot different here without the snow, so they can go wherever they want. So I just want to blend things in the best I can. Another spot I'll put a free hanging snares inside the bush here. Tightens up in a couple spots. And I might try one in that one spot that I always catch coyotes in there. I'll show you that. Okay, 2 seconds in there. So blends in pretty good. The right height off the ground. Let's get in here and see if we can. So there's the whole system there. The cable hides really well. Here's the swivel kill spring there. That's the bigger one, the SS. I really want it to pop. And yeah, I just put this little leaner stick here to break the pattern up. Put that in there just to, I'm gonna just move it so that one thing kind of covers that, but I don't think it really needs it. It's gonna blend in pretty well. What do you guys think? Okay, so got a nice trail through here. Got the snare blended right in, ram's right there, snare sticks out. Using the hook off a tree to stabilize it, just because we don't have the snow, and I think that will work. Lots of other trails through the grass here. Once we get a bit of snow, I'll see where they're going, and I'll fill those in with the lights out snare, just because I can use that wire, get out. I got the long wire, so I have nice and flexible there. And look around some more, and then we're gonna head over into the bush. We got 2 on this side and that free hanger, and then we're gonna go, like I said, into the bush and set up in there like we normally do. All right, catch you at the next set. Another nice little pinch spot here. Ram's just leaning in, and let's see if we can get it. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna see that. Any case, we'll carry on doing some more. Okay, this is our pinch spot. We always catch coyotes here at Glenn's. Just lean it up against the tree. Got the snare right in the center there. Hard to tell if they're using this, but a couple spots where there's snow, like just further up here, you can see they had to walk through there a couple times. Snow squished down and not frosted up, so we should work here. Everything else I kind of left. I put one of the other free hanging snares up in a normal spot that I normally do, but it's hard to determine where they're going to go in here. Just the steady trails that I know year after year I set up already. Everything else, they tend to change as the snow changes. Like this one right here, you can see it's cut in. That was like the deer and ungulates, animals with hard hooves. They'll travel there. And there's a coyote poop just over there on this trail, but it could have come off this trail as well. We'll let the animals tell us where to set once we get a bit of snow. If not, we'll just keep doing what we're doing, and what we know is what we know. Doesn't even make sense, but you know. Just wandering into one of my spots here. This is where we trapped for years. This is where we had that bear video. Well, it was supposed to be wolves and coyotes, but bears just hung out here more than anything. Some fresh coyote tracks on my tracks. See if we got the first coyote of the season here. That snare's still there. And we can go check the other ones over here. Alright, so we're a little disappointed in that last bait. We'll go back and put some more snares in there. But we're over here at one little bluff here. And we got a decent amount of coyote tracks. So we'll go around anywhere there's a set of tracks. We'll hang a snare and go from there. I'm going to try and put mainly lights out snares in here. And then we can kind of compare this place. Not many people come, and one of the few people with permission here, so to be out here at all. So I'm the only trapper. But anyways, we'll get out there and check it out. Okay, came to the first trail where the coyotes are, and they're going through here. So I hung a free hanger here. Takes a little bit to get used to compared to hanging your power rams or whatnot. But I think it's gonna work out nice here. Blends in fairly well. And we'll check it here in a couple days. Off this way. Okay. Just coming down the trail here, and this is one of our normal spots. We got the old ribbon here, and gonna slap free hanger here. One of the things I'm figuring out is for these kill springs, guys should have them preset before he leaves the house, because it adds a little bit to the day, and time is money, right? So at night the guy can set those up in the shop and then have them out, and then once I'm set up there, it won't be too bad. Just figuring it out again. Haven't used free hangers for a bit, and it's going pretty good. You can hear the birds on the bait, and there's nice tight spots here. And here's the after. Blends right in. Looks pretty good. Okay, we're at another spot here. So I pounded 4 snares off. I'm getting quicker and quicker each time. Heavy coyote trail going in here. And this has always been a tough spot for me to put a power ram, because there's how it's set up in there. It's wide open and there's nothing really to lean the power ram to unless they get a lot of snow, and then they stop using that trail. But right now they're using it. I'm gonna anchor free hanging snare in here and we'll take a look. But see, there's lots of coyote trails there. There's the gate to the bait over there, and right here is where I like to pinch them off. But like you can see, it's pretty wide open. So I'm going to see what I can do here, and hopefully works out. Okay, this is what we got here. Snare right in here. So the cam lock, black cable blends right in. You can kind of just see it against the snow there. And I think that'll catch something here. It looks like I spotted a spot where the coyotes are either denning right in this culvert here. I don't want to poke my head in, but or crossing off to the other side. But they're on top of the road too. So I'm gonna find a nice little spot over here and slap a snare in. Got permission on this piece of land here along a road, so it should be out of sight, out of mind, and hopefully we ding one.